What's up hunters? Jay here again, for another Monster Hunter World Endgame Builds, featuring switch axe, named True Fatalis End. So, overview: this weapon is considered a cheesy weapon for killing Fatalists and other monsters. Don't ask why. This also the reason why most of the hunters can actually solo Fatalists and easy Fatalists eye for this weapon. Especially when you use the ZSD or the zero-sum discharge. But actually, this saves a lot of PS4, Xbox or PC from breaking for the players who are agitated when not defeating Fatalists. So, anyway, this is the last Fatalist weapon series I need to build for melee weapons. Please smash that subscribe button. Do subscribe please. Thank you in advance, and let's get on to the builds. So again, this will be short and simple, as we know that switch axe has an ability called the ZSD, where you will clutch claw and zero-sum discharge the monster on the face or other parts. When using this through Fatalis End and 4 pieces Fatalis armor, then always use the Latrian Alpha arms for the power max prolonger, and attack 3 attribute that it gives. So, for the first build, we use critical eye 7, agitator 7, attack boost 7, tool specialist 5, stun resistance, critical boost 3, weakness exploit 3, focus 3, power prolonger 3, P performance 3, divine blessing 5, evade window 2, and earplugs 1 is also needed. Also, for the weapon augments we need health regen, affinity increase and elemental increase for this build. I also want to emphasize that when using zero-sum discharge, there is no sharpness loss in this attack, so Handicraft is quite not needed a lot for switch axe that using ZSD most of the time. This is the build that you see most of the time, but with that first build I shown you, I managed to incorporate Divine Blessing 5 using the mantles. But this build has a 30% more lifesteal than the first build, but the first build has a protection of the Divine Blessing. But ZSD also need recovery up to maintain the P performance skill easily on the hunts. For this third build, we use maximum might skill for this one, easy max affinity for your attacks, and with evade window and divine blessing 5, we can also easily survive in hunts. Just make sure to dodge to minimize the damage of the monsters. This build is also one of the builds I recommend for hunting. Just use Feline Black Belt for the food skill to minimize that stamina consumption when dodging monsters' attacks. So, take a moment to check this build. For this fourth build, I mainly like this one because of the tool specialist and evade window 5. I can easily utilize the mantles for hunts, because of the cooldown time for them are shortened, also with evade window 5, easy dodge for attacks. For this last build, for those who want Handicraft on their builds for switch axe, then I recommend this build. Handicraft 3 is enough for hunting incorporated with tool specialist and evade window 5, and with a high affinity, and with attack boost, agitator and P performance, to enhance the damage of this build. Also take a moment to look for this build. To use zero-sum discharge, make sure to fill up the gauge on the switch axe amp state, because without this gauge filled, you cannot use ZSD mode. Also, weapon attack using weapon attack with when clutch claw on the monster or the triangle, will just tenderize the part. Use both of the triangle plus circle to use ZSD attack and repeatedly tap triangle to prolong the damage of the ZSD. Just remember no ZSD when SA gauge is not active. So generally, switch axe is quite savior for some hunters, but all weapons are equally balanced from my point of view, because it always depends on the playstyle of the player. I finished all the melee Fatalis endgame weapon builds. Check my videos on this channel to see more builds. Also I am working on other games, uploading soon for a change for now. Support me on my other games too, but I will still upload Monster Hunter World contents, until MH Rise will come. Please smash that subscribe button to see more of my builds on other weapons now. Thanks for watching, I see you in my next video. Peace.
You